Ladies and gentlemen, follow the Son County Premier Platform with Doc Sideport the Esoteric. Coming to you live from these United States of America. Don't go away. We are coming to you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is Son County Premier Platform coming to you from these United States of America. This afternoon, we're bringing you another fascinating, super califragilistic show to you this afternoon. Share with your friends. I'm here with my contributors, Patre, Bolu, Crispin, Tababo, and then my co-host, Sigicious. We're going to be taking you through this afternoon. Don't go away, share with your friends. Fascinating. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora, SINOE Content Premier Platform. Good afternoon again, wherever you are. Good evening, good night, depending on your location. Welcome to SINOE Content Premier Platform, where we bring you the latest news and discussions that matter most to our community. Today, we are honored to have a special edition of the show to discuss a wide array of issues. So don't go away, my guests, my panelists will join me shortly. As you join us, please do us a favor. Subscribe to our YouTube page. You can also go on YouTube. Say right now we are live on YouTube. Go to our YouTube page and hit the subscription button there. Yes, and that's what you have to do. If you want to get instant update, just hit the notification button and you will get notification when we go live. On Facebook, we also ask you that you share the show as you follow, share with your friends so that they too will be a part of the show. But don't go away. We'll be right back.
I think you know what that one. And when the unpaper, I pay you now. I pay now. I do that one. I pay. And to do the people on that warrior. Favorite Toba. Can you know? Clovis Dixon. David, what's up? Talibali, Pamule, Daniel Trebe, and you know, go now, who's it? No, you're that way, they run your way there. I say that I hear them. I say that I hear what the doors. GTA. I say that I hear them. The Quibbly Amu, Fago North Dakota, 2024, Royal Election and Quick Contest. Here we go. Patrick Bolu. I hear them when I'm with you. I say that I hear them. I did write that one. I won't have to say it. I say that I hear them. I get up with that one. I won't have to say it. I say, you know, I'm for you.
Yeah, if you want to know what is trending in Liberia and the US, this is the platform to follow this afternoon. They're going to be a fire. We got some breaking news for you as well, so don't go away shortly. Let me double check with my I think Sigisha is backstage now, so let me double check with the other the contributors, and we'll be live. We'll be on your screen. Don't go away. I'm winning. Don't you ever just win? I'm winning. I say that I hear them. I believe we are there. They run your more. Not because I say that I hear them. We come. I hear them more now. I say that I hear them. Fonso Nene Kanu Emos Anwanja Samson Kwa Junior The Metro Slam What's up? Anthony Baya Gwen Senior Boloko Rufa S. Sandy Eric Ba Aye Mwe Nam Yeah, we have some beautiful, beautiful, thought-provoking questions on the show this afternoon. Women in politics. Will Liberia develop with more women in politics or in government? Should I put the question this way? If we have less men in government and more females in government in Liberia, will Liberia develop? That's the question we're going to be looking at this afternoon. Another question we're going to be asking this afternoon is the President of the Republic of Liberia, Joseph Boakai, started during the campaign. He said no vehicle going to get stuck in the mud. And now, after spending 22 million United States dollars, are vehicles not getting stuck in the mud? We're going to go into it. Yeah, the central bank governor, or if you say former governor of Liberia, the central bank, Aloysius Tarlue, is now suing the government of Joseph Boakai. All right, we are told that he's trying to hire, or he has hired, Councillor Tawan Gungalo. So another question we want to be tackling is the man now seeking help from the hand that he once bait. What are we talking about? Don't go away. We're going to break it down to you. All right, guys. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Sano County Premier Platform with Doug Saipode Esoteric here, your host, and my co-host Sagicious will be joining me shortly. He was backstage earlier. Patrick, our contributor, will be joining us shortly as well, and so is Christian Tababo, also a contributor. All right, so guys, as you follow the show, those of you that are following right now, please do us a favor and share the show for us. It should not be difficult to do so. All you have to do is hit that share button or share in different groups or on your page. You can also follow us on YouTube. We're also live right now on YouTube. I see a couple of people that are following for YouTube as well. Make sure to comment. We're going to bring in your comments and all of that. Comments if you want to participate during the show or whatever topic we want to be discussing. Of course, you are free to contribute. All you have to do is just send me the link. I want to come on, or call the number on the screen. You can call me through WhatsApp or Messenger. I mean, you got different ways to be part of the show. All right, so don't hesitate. Don't be shy to share your thoughts. It's about Liberia. It's about SINOE County, and so we have to all put our thoughts together to get the our country, our county, where we wanted to be. All right. So for those of you that are following again, I really, really do appreciate you joining me this afternoon. Again, make sure and share the show for all. Let me see some of the comments. And those of you that have commented so far, let's see. We gotta get anthropologists. Damn it, God, you got big titles. Anthropologist, Mr. Ability, welcome aboard. How was your confirmation? The Sonnyboy Noah of the war you fought, did it materialize? Give us some feedback on that. Or you beat the man. Mr. Panto, thanks for following us. Really appreciate your presence on the show. Please share the link in my inbox. Sagacious. Okay, I think you got it already. I'm following Dr. Yapo Esoteric. Shaman, thanks for following us. And Hilton, say I'm following you from Town. Okay, Hilton, thanks for following the show. We do appreciate you. Please share, all of you that are following. All right, so without further ado, I'd like to bring on my co-host. Sagacious is now backstage. You know what sagacious mean, by the way, those of you that are following? Sagacious is a fancy word for wise, Yeah, if you want to be wise, this is the man to listen to. When sagacious, another word for sagacious is sagacity, right? When somebody possesses sagacity, the person is wise. So let me bring the wise man on here, my co-host. Hey, sagacious, welcome aboard.
Thanks, Doc. Let me say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to our listeners, depending on your location. It's good that we are here today to bring you some local and national issues, those issues that concerns our mama Liberia. And of course, we are here, and that is what we supposed to doing. But like we always said, this we want to do with high level of objectivity, sincerity, and dedication.
Nice, nice. Again, welcome aboard. How is Liberia? Are you in the city or in Greenville, SINOE County?
What I mean, the nation's capital, the hub. And I mean, the nation's capital is well for those, I mean, when the government comes to power, it's a liberal phenomenon. Those who are, I mean, having a mantle of authority say they have a country. And that's just the situation there.
Okay. That's the situation. All right. So, but any update from SINOE? This is SINOE Premier Platform. Anything you hearing from specifically our new superintendent? What is he doing?
And
To make
so
yeah.
and so, we as a county and as a country, we just ended the 2023 pools. Fair enough to say there were hot exchanges, political exchanges. I mean, people went the other right, nice number for the kind of democracy we say we want to practice. People have to choose sides, and when people choose sides, there will be argument claims and counter claims. In the wisdom of the superintendent, it is time that I mean we bring back our broken pieces. Whether you're from this political party, whether you support this politician, and as part of efforts, uh, they desperately, football is the world's unifying game. It brings people together. And so the superintendent, who is the chief patron of sports, along with Liberia Football Association, signed a chapter. We kick off the district league. As a matter of fact, 11 districts to be
Other suggestion,
participating.
while you going with your tour, let me bring Patrick on your Patrick within backstage. Patrick, are you set? You should give me a timer. I think you're kind of a little closer to the screen too. Yeah, you gotta back up a little bit. There you go. Yeah, we can see you from the chest area. That would be excellent. Yeah, we want to see that cool suit you wearing today. You're very laughing. All right, are you set, Patrick? You set? All right, let's do this. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring our contributor, Patrick Bolu. Again, is the only man that sat with two presidents of the Republic of Liberia. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the first female president. She was a democratically elected president in Africa. And then the only soccer star, who turned into a politician, George Weah, and the man sat with them one-on-one. So, Patrick, welcome aboard, man.
Thank you, ESOTERIC. Thank you. It's good to be back on the show today. Yes.
Okay. I wish I can bear your portfolio, man, to sit in front of presidents. Yeah.
One day you will have the time to interview Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. Okay. All right. So speaking of Donald Trump right now, the momentum is building for the Democrats in the United States, with the selection of Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, the vice presidential pick. So from the local things, Trump will be relegated again by the Democrat, which I think will be a good news for America. Trump is not the right fit for the United States. I mean, not this time and not anytime soon. The guy is just there for the rich. He doesn't care for the poor guy. It's all about him and his buddy. They go to Mar-a-Lago. They talk about cutting. Patrick, how somebody can be a billionaire and you say, you know what, I will cut taxes for the same person, and then the poor man, you don't care about him. I mean, it's about you. So, I want creating a job, so I shouldn't pay taxes. And the man who making little or nothing, he paying taxes. So, the Kamala Harris and Tim Walz, they are talking about, cutting. Getting livable wage for people, because there's difference between getting your regular wage and livable wage. So they want to at least increase it. Talking about pay leave and those different things that are not in the U.S. right now. When your woman give birth, you leave, brother. You can't. We're not getting paid. If you don't get hours in the bank, you're not getting paid. And the bills, the guys that own the capitalists here, they don't wait for you. Whether you get you working or not, you gotta pay your money. They pay their money. If you don't pay, you are out. They're putting you out of the house. So that's how it is. But Patrick, let me give you the opportunity to give some opening thoughts. You just got on.
Yes. So thank you, and I like the way you cut me up. With impressive updates from the Democrats, and it's going to be on the show again. And we are in Liberia, so. As per the principles of journalism, our proximity is Liberia. Yeah, even though we have some interest in the United States, I agree with you. The Democrats may relegate Donald Trump or the Republicans again. In fact, it is not strange on their part. In fact, they are the only party to breach the constitutional limit. 1930 to 1944, 34, 45. Yeah, with Roosevelt, going 3 terms. They are the only party. So yes, they control the politics of America, and I like them sometimes. But Donald Trump, it's just a repeat of 2016. Yeah. Kamala Harris and her team, her vice president, they will win the popular votes. I mean, they will win the battleground states, with no doubt. But I'm very confident that Donald Trump will do the dirty work at the Electoral College. So, but I leave that anyway. It's good to be back with you today, and my colleagues Agashas and other watching, following us here. It's good to be back to look at some of the trending issues in Liberia, especially. The government, from the government angle, at the level of Sandor County.
You gotta look at the screen. You're looking up in the air.
Yeah,
I think
at the level of Sandor County and other parts of the country. So yes, I'm good. It's good to be here, and we are prepared to go through the whole discussion today.
Yeah, interesting how you brought in Roosevelt going longer, and that's why the Republicans, they came and said, you know what, after 2 terms, nobody running again, because they know that
Mm-hmm.
if you just leave it, because there was no term limit before. So when the DP open, they know that they're not going to take power. The Democrats are more progressive. They call them socialists here. That's why they call the Republican calling the Democrats. Say, oh, yeah, socialists. You distribute the wealth. But what is wrong with it? With that, Patrick? If I pay taxes and the government give me body taxes, what is wrong? Or share with my neighbor, what is wrong with that? But the Republicans say no. The big guys, they just want the money in their pocket. The little man should not get anything. But let's get to our topics for discussion today. Hopefully, Tababo will join us later. But what I wanted to do is to just do a quick survey of the major newspaper in Liberia, the things that are we're now going through just the headlines to see what the major things that are trending right now in the country. So that's why I want us to start that way. So let's start with Verity newspaper, for example. Yeah, on Verity, the training, the top topic here, diplomatic recall. Let me make it bigger. Hopefully, I'll see it kind of low, smaller. All right, let's see it on the other side. Hopefully, you will see it. Okay, now you see it, I guess. All right, so that's Verity newspaper here. Diplomatic recall, flawed, untimely appointments, and also that's one of the topic issue that are trending on this newspaper, Verity newspaper. Flawed appointments lead multiple diplomats recalled, and that's the trending topic here on this platform. If you get time, you can go and read more about that. Let me go to Front Page Africa and see what is trending on Front Page Africa. Let me go back in and share what is trending, the major topic on Front Page Africa. Okay, Front Page has, let's see here. I don't know what other commercials going on that. Let's see what we can get the commercial out of the way. Okay, on Front Page Africa, let's see, let me go all the way at the top. But I think it says here, GVL fails to build hand pumps, allegedly Dirty Creek or something like that. Let's see. I want to see this trending one right here. Liberia, 2 commercial banks reportedly facing insolvency. SIB, Liberia, and IBLL or Limited. I think they say broke banks. So that's major topic here that issue that trending according to Front Page Africa. All right, guys, if you don't mind, put yourself on mute. If you don't mind getting feedback, let's go to the last one. Let's look at Daily Observer. See what is trending on Daily Observer. The major issue Daily Observer has here that is trending. Let's see, Daily Observer. And Daily Observer has, let's see here, Boakai inaugurates Ombudsman office and makes calls for enhanced accountability. All right, so that's what trending on this newspaper here, Daily Observer, and they also have Liberia's family advancing to second consecutive Olympics finals. All right, I'll find out if you like. So those are the issues that are trending from the local on the newspaper back in the country. I just wanted to share that with us. All right, now, guys, let's go to the first issue that I want to talk about here. But I think let me share the thing again, just so I can do something quick here for us so I can go in presentation mode. Let me do that quickly, and let me view from here. I just want us to do some little shout out. I'm told speculatively, the man wants to unseat Senator Augustine Chie in 2029. It's not confirmed yet. Right now, against Voice of Sound, we have the speculation room and we have the factual room. So I'm speaking from the speculation room right now. So the former minister of Minister Ojukwu Nyepa, his wife is celebrating her birthday today. So I just want us to do a quick shout out to her. Yeah. So Sugesha, let's start with you. Shout out to her.
So, the Bible says, "He that finds a wife find a good thing." And somebody will say to every successful man, there should be a strong woman. And birthday come just once every year, and it should be celebrated. When we live to see another year or another day, something we should be grateful for. That's something we're paying for. And so I would like to say happy birthday to all. Madam Nyempa, keep being who you are, though we have not had personal interactions. But I know from the gesture of your husband, the interaction, I know you must be a supportive wife. So I'd like to say happy birthday on behalf of VOS team here from Liberia.
All right, Pastor, you want to do a shout out? I think you're on mute.
Yeah, I want to do a shout out for the minister's wife, Nyimpan. I've not met her personally or interacted with her personally, but from the success of Honorable Nyimpan, we can deduce that she has been a very strong and supportive wife. I want to say happy birthday to her, and as she celebrates in grand style. Let her days be long upon the earth, and let her days be remembered as always. Happy birthday, Madam Nyimpan, and wishing you all the best.
All right, so Madam Jinkpan will say happy birthday as well from my wife, and I want to say happy birthday to you. Wish you all the best. You know, gorgeous lady, man. You know, ladies around here. I don't know what kind of food they're eating, my man. They look so good. All right. Yeah.
See why Patrick is going to the States. Patrick says his wife is coming from the States.
Yep. Patrick, I man working the pen, my man. You know, when you know how to manipulate the pen, you can be in Liberia and still be global. You know, so the man doing everything, man. All right, so let's go to next. Let's see here. This one is when I was coming up before I got updated. I wanted to update you guys because you are part of the team. But you know, it'll be a breaking news for us too. But we'll be right back before I break the breaking news. All right, so the breaking news is this militant right here. Senator Tegis Militant. We try to get the opinions of all the citizens or the young people, I mean, as well as the advanced in age. I mean, whether you agree with me or not, I won't get everybody the platform to be part of this show. So we have been reaching out. We don't want to appear as though we appeal to one side. We try to reach across the aisle. Those that don't agree with all our brothers, Segation, myself, we don't agree. Patrick, you know, Patrick, Romeo man, Romeo man, you know. So that what makes this show interesting. You know, I'm Zaza man, Sagacious, Senator Duncan's man. So we try to bring Senator TJ supporter as well. So we talked to charismatic Norris, and Norris also assures that he'll be part of the show. Hopefully next show. Today he's out of coverage area. There is no power where he was, so he can be with us today. But moving forward, he will be here. Just in case I criticize Senator Teji and defend Senator Teji. You know, but that one makes the show interesting. I just want to get all the young people. I follow his writing. He seems to be a bright young man. Besides, you know, the foul language sometimes, but you know, I don't bother about some of those things, so I just bring everybody on board so we can get it. You know, but one of brings that's charismatic will be joining us pretty soon. Let me see the picture he sent me. Let me put this one here. Yeah, that's the one he prefers. All right, guys, if you want to welcome our new contributor to the show, go ahead. Sagacious.
So yeah, like you rightly said, we try to grow the platform, make the platform. I mean, an interesting one. We will not always have to agree on certain issues. I mean, you might have your own thought on it. Patrick might have his, charismatic might have his, but in the end, we are fighting for one thing, and it's for the betterment of our motherland. And so, charismatic, this is the voice of SINOE in the diaspora. We are here from Liberia. I mean, on behalf of myself, I'm not an official person to welcome you to voice of SINOE in the diaspora. So, as one of the hosts, so welcome.
Patrick, I
Let's
mean,
make a
no,
good.
Patrick, Sagacious, you can go ahead. But you are a co-host. Even Patrick, who's the contributor. I mean, I see you guys as a part of the team. I'm a team player, you know. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
We'll push
So,
you. Yeah.
so like I said, let's try to make voter signing the diaspora better. Come up with interesting discussion. I mean, discuss with high level of civility so that people can, I mean, feel. I mean, the voter signing the diaspora. And as time goes back, you'll find that more people get interested in the show. I'm happy that you are coming on board.
Patrick, you want to do a shout out to the young man? Welcome him.
Yeah, be certainly he'll be certainly a great contributor, and he holds great intellectual and pen power, and I know his presence will also accelerate the growth of the show and expand its listening base. Because once he's here, uh, at least uh, the supporters, at least we'll find some pleasure, you know, to tune in and follow to a larger extent because their own is a contributor and a defender. But I will also be here to checkmate. But it will be interesting. It will be interesting. I mean, for him to have joined us next week or anytime soon.
So, Charismatic, want to say welcome aboard again to Sino County. It's Sino County, a voice of Sino. So we want to get everybody's opinion, the voices of the people of Sino County. So this is the platform. Welcome aboard, brother. We'll see you pretty soon. All right, guys, let's get to our platform, our outline. I hope Christian will have been here. There are some things that he sent me that he wanted us to discuss, but his absence. But this is what I want to let us start with this women in politics. And the question I want us to discuss is I mean, we have had men in authority since 1847, they've been dominating the three branches of government in the country. And in our country, when it comes to development, we are all the way backwards. So the question is, will Liberia develop with more women in government? And that's the question I want to explore. Are the men the problem in the country? So I think one time Obama went, I think he went to Kenya and he said, if you have a team and if you have a team and then you are not allowing certain people to play or certain players that are also capable, skillful, and just sit on the bench, then you're not using the team to its full potential, you know. So we have women that are equally intelligent, but since 1847 up to now, we barely get, if you look in the Capitol building, we barely get 10 women in parliament. You know, so the question is, if we have more women, would it make a difference? Patrick, let's start with you. What do you think of this, the idea of maybe we can switch the players on the field, let's bring more women and see. What do you make of it? I think you are on mute.
Oh, sorry. So in all fairness, of the 25 men of the 25 men who have sat in the presidency, we can only give credit to one. One takes extensive credit for transforming Liberia. Or I'll say two. Let's say two at least for the sake of fairness. We'll say two. Two can be credited for making a little change or a little impact. But out of 25, 23 of this country, 23 miserably led this country in backward stage. And as a result, if you subtract the impact of 2 persons on the whole country, 2 males on the whole country, you have 0 for the rest of the other 23 men. Yeah, 0 for the rest of the other 23 men. So yeah, so then this makes it very imperative and compelling, to change the narrative, change the dynamics, and change the whole arrangement around. Women in politics, can bring great relief to Liberia. It tried. Early 12 years, she managed, though she didn't do, as expected, but at least the fact that she won the Nobel Peace Prize, she along with Lema Boy, that accomplishment alone distinguishes these 2 women amongst Liberian women. And if you go on the global stage, they have been great women. You go to Germany, Angela Merkel, the war-torn Germany. And it took due for Lily like Angela, to set Germany back on the stage of economic, vibrancy. In Liberia, a real turnaround, the new Liberia that we can all envisage, to have equal opportunities for all, create wealth for all, and then improve the country. I think another woman needs to be given, or women need to be given the space. Space not on 30%, but space beyond 30%. As people always say, 30%. Where is 30% for women to? So they need to be given a space beyond 30%.
So, Patrick, let me push you a little bit. So, the question is: will Liberia develop with more women in power? And you spoke of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf getting Nobel Prize, and then you have the other lady Bowie. She was also in government under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. So, with the accolades they achieved, what impact do they make developmentally?
Okay, so Liberia progress significantly under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf as a female president. Liberia's lost image was regained. Liberia got on the path of economic recovery under Ellen. Liberia, accelerated in terms of, employment, and other opportunities for the people.
Okay.
What was
Pastor, let me hold your thought. Let me see. Let's bring Sagacious in there with Cham in as well. Sagacious, what do you make of this idea of? Let's try other players too. These men they have been trying. Sagacious Jenner has been trying for since 1847, and we can either build the roads to Sano County. So, what do you think? More women in politics will help our country?
Well, for me, that question, is a bit broad for me, in my opinion. It's not about the gender. It's about the mindset. It's not about whether the person is a female or a male. Now, let me start with what Patrick said. Yeah, we have had, a female president who in the highest position in the country. You record Eddie Johnson Sirleaf, 12 years of leadership. Now, we wanted to try a woman. We tried men. We wanted to try a woman. Or we wanted to try a woman. What they had to bring to Liberia? What did her leadership benefit Liberia? What did her leadership benefit the commoners? The common men that woman in the village. What the Irish leadership brought, I know, to the party, making it fun. What? So it's not about the gender. It's about the mindset. Patrick knows it. The man Saya also knows it. That on every 12 years of leadership, you know, Liberia is a post-war country. We have, international support. Support were coming from here. Support were coming from there. Then we had the Delhi Ebola crisis, which was an African scenario. There were international, organizations and countries that were donating, pumping money into Liberia economy. What did we experience? For example, from South, what experience Joseph said, you know, one of our problems for all the Southeasterners have been, you know, the issue of road connectivity, which we say will boost our economy. What did we benefit from Eddie's 12 years of leadership? So for me, it's not about the gender. It's not about the gender. If we have not tried, for example, Eddie, then we say, okay, let's see what we can try one woman and see what will happen. We had a lady for 12 years with the highest position in the country. What did the lady do for Liberia? What did the lady do for the common people? What? So for me, it's about having the right person, whether that person is a male or a female.
So let me follow. So given that Ellen failed, are you there? I think he's frozen. Yeah, so Patrick, he's gone for a little. Let's see whether he'll come back. I was just kicking out of studio, and then you'll come back with it. Yeah, but it sounds like you were saying the Ellen is now basically his argument is not about gender. It should be about the ideology of the person and what the person believes in. So be it man or woman, it should not. But I think, and then he was trying to which I think to understand, I agree with him with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Ellen, she had a lot of international support. On her watch, the debt that we owed, the money was canceled and all those different things. And then when she left, she said our education system was a mess, for example, and those things. But the fact that Ellen failed, that you have to understand, from 1847, it was just in recent time we had that lady, just one female in the presidency. So if you have a bunch of mothers and one mother is not good mother, should we conclude that all mothers are bad? I don't want to make that conclusion. But in the case of the men, Patrick, if you do from 1847 up to this point, the men are failing. So I can deduce, or I can infer that it is time to try the ladies, because it's a long time we've been trying these men, and over and over. So we'll have a bunch of fathers, and then they have been tried to we try them to take care of the children. We try them, say 1847 up to now. They are not improving the condition of the children or the condition of the house. So why should we maintain them? So my point is, if you ask me, should we try more women? I would say yes. And let me give you some reasons why. The men, given our culture, Patrick, we are polygamous in nature. The men, African men, will let plenty of women in it. We get plenty of girlfriend in it. So as a result, some of the guys, when they go over there, the resources that they're supposed to use, they will take to help the people to build a country. They steal the money to support girlfriends and different things. One woman will not have multiple men in government, especially when she's up there. She can have multiple men, So if you have more females in government, I think the resources will go to where they're supposed to go. They will not be going to girlfriends, because more women, they still with one man, So in that context, I think it kind of makes sense to get more females. I see them as more compassionate as well as men. Men, we are somehow we don't care, we don't care. But women are more compassionate. And Patrick, if you look at the countries, even if you look at Africa, the country with more female in parliament is doing well, which is Rwanda. Rwanda is doing relatively well in Africa compared to the other countries. Even if you look at the US, I mean, women are not more, but they got good number of females in parliament here. And US doing is the top in the world. So I think if we have more females in government, the corruption will reduce. Maybe the the system of justice will be streamlined. Um, Again, I'm just playing this card where we have tried men before and nothing has been done. So let me bring Christian on. Yeah, Christian.
Yeah, Doc.
Welcome on board. Welcome on board. Even though you're late.
Yeah, thank you. I've been running some errands. You see me in the car, because I had to park. I just getting back to Greenville from somewhere called Morrisville.
Oh, okay, okay.
And so I had to park to honor this very important platform.
Thank you. Appreciate you. So you are in Seattle County. What is obtaining right now? I mean, we have specific issue that you want to discuss, but generally, I mean, what is going on with respect to say the new superintendent? What are some of the initiatives that he's undertaking right now in the county?
Well, thank you. Quite frankly, since I came to SINOE, made him mandate to pay a courtesy visit at his office, but to meet him, he was in a meeting. And so a very long meeting, so I didn't see him. I left, but we have not interfaced. So I didn't hear from him what his plans are. But so far, the only thing I've seen, I wish that I was in Monrovia, was when he organized the general cleanup campaign exercise. I saw residents of SINOE, citizens of SINOE, all in the streets, giving the city a facelift. I think that was going spot. And beyond that, another thing I heard was that we have the sporting tournament that always unite the people of SINOE, the district leagues, where all the districts will come to Greenville and have a week long sporting activities. I heard he helped to register all of the teams as his contribution as a county superintendent, because he used to be one of the burdens on the districts in terms of registration for the district team. So I also heard he took care of that. And more besides, in terms of development in the county, I don't know what his plans are. Like I said, I will sit down with him. Yeah, but the county is good. We're in the rainy season, so but Sunday we'll have a sun. Sunday is a whole day rain, and so far so good. And generally the county is okay. Our
Okay,
roads are
so
just
before you go on, the first go ahead. Sorry, I'll call you out a little bit. Go ahead.
I said the rain is falling, and gradually our roads are just falling. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. So before you go on, we're talking about the first issue we're talking about was women in politics. So the discussion, if we have more women in government in Liberia, do you think it will make a difference in terms of development? That's a question we're exploring. I mean, we have had men since 1847, especially at the executive level. I mean, I shouldn't just say executive. Every branch of government in Liberia has been occupied predominantly by men, and the country is not developing. So does it make sense to say, let's try more women? If we try women, it will make a difference. What do you make of that idea?
Oh well, thank you. I'm one person who believes in inclusive leadership in terms of gender balance or gender equity, but I don't think development knows gender. Development knows nothing about gender. It's just about who's in charge, the mind of the person, and the love for country, and having the ability to always want to do the right thing. Because we saw Liberia had a first female, Africa had a first female head of state, who was President Sally, who was a woman. The records of Manafeli administrations are there. You just know them. And in terms of corruption, and billions of dollars came to the country, and we didn't really feel the impact that this money should have had. And it was a woman president. And we just had, so it's not about gender, it's about the person. So It is true. I only support that because they're also supposed to wear, they're also supposed to contribute, they're also supposed to be part of decision making because those decisions will also affect their lives, and those decisions will also affect their growth. So they should be part of policy making so that they will be looking at women issues affecting women, and so that they can channel their issue. But Liberia being developed, or Liberia to be developed, it doesn't matter whether women in leadership or men in leadership, because they are corrupt men, they are corrupt women.
Yeah,
So
Pablo, I'm not cutting you off. I'm looking at the history. From 1847, the country is 177 years. You only have one female, and the rest were all men. And the country is still backwards. Yes, the one female leader we had, she screwed up. But does that mean all the lady will mess up? I was telling Patrick and Sagacious, if you have a bunch of mothers, and then one mother is not good at taking care of her home, should we say all mothers would be the same?
that's
But
the that's
in
the
this
part of
case,
that's
in
the
this hold on. I'll follow your point, but the point I'm trying to be clear, we have a bunch of fathers since 1847. We are trying another father after another father after another father, and the house is not improving. So why not change the equation to try a bunch of mothers too and see whether there will be a difference?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good concern. But
Your audio is not coming up. Your audio, Pat. Maybe carry volume up. Carry volume up. Let me get it, or you can come back on. Patrick, I mean, come on, let me push you a little bit, man.
Yeah.
You think development is not by gender too?
Look, no, I mean, I think Sagacious and Tababo, they are equally entitled to their views, and their views are very protected by the show and by the Constitution. Okay, to agree and disagree. But we cannot judge a book by the cover. Look, if we should say women should not be given the opportunity because Ellen did not impress the country, she did not do well, or she did not perform beyond expectation, or at least to expectation, then we should also look at the main record and say, okay, no match will ever come close to the because one man stole the people power for 27 years. All right? He took the power that was not given to him by the Constitution. He manipulated the Constitution to give himself more power or more time in power. And he even planned his plan, even though God told him in 1971, okay, at the age, I think he was in the 60s, he was in his 60s or 70s. Yeah, 1895 to I think 71. He must have been in his 60s or 70s, something like that. But I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. So then he did all that, and his plan was to leave power at the age of 102. All right, that was in 2001. 2001, Thurman would have left power. Okay, but God did not. So then we should use Thurman as an example to say, okay, no man should come closer to the presidency because he failed. Then we should use Charles Taylor as an example to say, okay, no man should come close to the presidency because Taylor did nothing in his presidency. We just fighting all over the place and looting. That's all he did, kill the people. All right, then we should say, okay, no man should come close to the presidency because other men after Todmon and fail as well. But we can say that Ellen, did you know that Ellen, besides William Albert Talbot, Ellen is the Ellen Talbot. Ellen was the only president who celebrated Liberia Independence Day across the country. And for every celebration, she took projects to the people. She carried development to the people. Yeah, she did that. The last two counties before 10 years
Yeah, Patrick frozen there too. Let's see when you come back. Tababo, you are in speech before your phone started with device started glitching up. So go ahead, launch into your speech. Yeah, you are on mute. I put you on mute, Tababo. Yeah, there was a feedback, so you can unmute yourself. Yeah. There you go. Mm.
So, as I was saying, I respect women in leadership. I respect women in politics. I respect women in everything. But I'm keen to say that if women actually want to be in leadership, if women want to, if the women of Liberia decide today, for example, say if all of the representatives in the country want it, they can get it because what they are in majority. So is that women themselves not even found confidence in themselves or in one another to support each other. We may even support women, the women support each other. So they find to build out that confidence with their gender, build out confidence amongst themselves, start to trust each other, start to support each other. And then you will see men coming on board. But I can tell you for sure, men support women on a higher ratio than women support each other. They are in majority. If they want the presidency, they can get it. They go to the pool. All women vote for all women vote for a female president. All women vote for a senatorial candidate. All women vote for a representative candidate. But the reason it will not happen because everybody thinks differently. Everybody thinks, and these are elections. I think the only thing maybe we could do if we could, design a policy like in all of African countries to say, women 30%. Maybe we just set the seat only exclusively to the women. I think maybe
So the question why I think more women. So why we can give women 60% and men 20%?
Yeah, you said why we can. It's a good thing. I think we can. If we
Yeah, because the notion that women should get 30% and you've been leading the country since 1847 and the women should get that. Why you can be in a minority this time around?
Come again?
I said you have been leading the country since 1847. So why can we say okay 60 to 20%?
Yeah, because I'm African. I'm in Africa.
What
Man,
does it mean?
We are the head of the home. We stay maintain that. We are the head of the home.
By virtue of what?
The reason why we are still leading now.
No. By virtue of what are you the leader of the home?
By virtue, it's biblical for you. I think you say you don't believe in Bible, or it's biblical.
No. I mean, well, you say you are African. I am also an African, but I'm saying by virtue of what are we the men in the African culture? We are the bosses for the women by having testicles or what?
I know you say what bosses.
Huh?
I know you say what bosses. I say head.
Okay, what does it mean, my man, when you say hair? Is that the same thing as boss?
Who is the head of your home?
It's a kind of tricky question to say who's the head. I think if you ask me, right, the person who has economic leverage is if Sigesha is in the home or Patrick is in the home and Tababo is in the home. He's not bringing anything when the woman is bringing the money to pay the bills. Should we make you the head of the home when you are just sitting down on the couch doing nothing? So I think the person who brings
So Dag, why if you are bringing money to the home as a man, and along the way you suffer and the woman start bringing money to the home, what happens in such a situation?
I missed the question.
Why if you are providing now? I mean, you have a job, you are providing, bringing more money to the house or to the home, and along the way you are a shortfall, and the woman start bringing more money than you, so she automatically becomes the head of the home. Is that correct?
That's something you can decide. You guys can sit down now. Okay, you were providing before, right? Something happens, and that's why. So if you don't have that economic leverage anymore, then you guys can discuss and say, okay, who should be the boss here now? That's the issue. Who is that working now or me that working? No, but I think it should not be seen as boss, right? Or subordinate. It should be seen as a partnership, right? So I don't like the concept of man is the head, you know.
So like you said, Tababo Raleigh said, you don't believe in the Bible. If you have had believe in the Bible, because even the Bible that the woman believed, God told them that they were compliments.
The man said, I'm not cutting you up. I'm not cutting you up. I'm not cutting you up. The man said Africans, right? The Bible is not our culture. Okay, the Bible is not our culture. It's a foreign book that they brought to us.
So let's go to our African culture that you also don't believe. In our African culture, we men were allowed to marry more than one woman or one woman.
No, I'm not talking about marriage. I'm saying
no. Let's look at it from that stand now. In Africa, you don't believe it.
I'm not against polygamy.
Why that will go have Western wedding, for instance, if that says he's an African, that Western wedding. Well, why didn't that go to the oracles? Because you say you are the spokesperson of the ancestor.
Right.
Why not go to a wedding ceremony, bless your marriage, but instead you went to the church?
Okay. Fair question. Let me get my reply. Why didn't I go to the oracle to talk to the elders and the ancestors, right? I'm in a foreign land. If I were in SINOE, the elders and the ancestors would be assembled, and they will be part of the. They will conduct the ceremony. But there is a cliche that says that when you are in Rome, you're out of the Romans, right? So I cannot be in a land that does not support plural marriage, and I say I won't get multiple women, With respect to the attire, again, that's a fair point. That's a fair criticism, and my woman is westernized. And I'm not too westernized, I'm somewhat, right? So we make a compromise. She wants to wear the Western dress, I put my suit on. But the second phase, that's the final phase. So it's strictly traditional African stuff. That's what you're going to see, because that's how I make it last. Because it's me. The real one is the last. The other one was just because I'm in the West. So I got to show the Western people. Yeah, we'll go ahead.
Recent.
What you say, Tababo? Go ahead.
I said, can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if your issue of we not a hair is not a good concept, if I'm and agree, so why is we men should compete and should compete in the society for almost everything that we want, but you want to give women a preferential treatment to just have 30% representation or 60% representation? Why can't they also compete?
You say okay because in the first place
why men should be allowed to compete, in the society for everything they want, but why women shouldn't compete?
Okay. The reason is
1 minute, then maybe you can just answer our questions together. Why is it that the children is not carrying the madam in the home?
Okay. Okay, those are fair questions.
Yeah.
Not to get echo, just put yourself on mute, and when you're ready to unmute yourself, then I'll give my answer to the questions. Okay, so
okay.
So the question, probably your question was why women don't compete, and we want to give them seat. The reason is historically, you may have been suppressing them, you suppress them, because you were strong physically, so you beat them up, you consign them to the kitchen. You didn't open the playing field. So in your country for 177 years, they were consigned to the kitchen. It was just relatively recently that they started leaving the kitchen. Even in the America, the same thing. In the United States, in the 60s, before women had the right to vote in the United States. So it's because of this egregious way you treated women. You were not fair because you're physically strong. That I give to you. We got the physical strength. But does that mean they are not intellectually on par with us? No. But we use our strength to make them to be babysitters, to be cooks in the home. And we go to the office and we leave them home. So you did not open the playing field, and that's why.
No,
Yes.
Just a minute.
Uh-huh.
Politics is not physical, and politics is not physical. It's about intelligence. It's about intellect. It's about your ability to convince people. Your ability to lead people, and your ability to reach out to people, and your ability to stand by people, and be true to what you say to people. That's what politics is about. So it's a game of the mind. So if our women are mentally oriented, mentally strong, psychologically strong, and it has nothing to do with their physiques. No, it's not. It's not physical. So how did we stop them at that time for competing for public offices? Because
what you have right now, or what you call democracy right now, it was not the system of government back home. It was the traditional system. So that in the traditional system of leadership, the men rule. Okay, they don't open the playing field for the females. The women again. Why the women are marginalized? It's because the men are stronger. The use is sheer force. It's not democracy or everybody get the right to vote or to campaign. No, it's the elders and those men in the town and villages, whatever, they make decisions. Women are not allowed. So unless, and that's why you see women now, they are coming forth now because the playing field is open.
Change is not automatic. Since democracy has been introduced in Liberia, and we are seeing women now in parliament. We are seeing women. We saw women serve as president. We see women now as the chief justice. And we saw women before as finance minister. We see women as the minister of foreign affairs. So it tells you now that women have been given the opportunity. But unfortunately, a lot of them who are at these levels, who should be the ambassadors for other women to come to the level. It will surprise you to know that they are the very ones that are even marginalized, the very women. Those are them who are at the level and who have reached this far. And when Madam Sedi was leaving the presidency in 2017 or 2018, and why didn't she support a female candidate? The first head of state, the first female president of Liberia, the first female head of state in Africa. Why, when she was leaving the presidency, she did not nurture a female candidate or another female, even if that person did not win, then it means that she has channeled the cause for women. So the women themselves, like I'm saying, if you should make people to see it that you want it.
But Tababo, I don't think it's a fair criticism of Ellen. Before Ellen came, name one female who was the finance minister. I said before Ellen became president, name one female who became finance minister, who was the finance minister of Liberia.
We want them to get the presidency because
what I'm saying is
you said for Warren, your issue is specific. You said for Warren 77 years, men have been leading. So why can't we try women for another maybe a decade, a century to come? So I'm saying, okay, the first time we gave the women the opportunity as a trial was 2005. So why didn't them bring another female, that they would have brought to all the men so that we accept to sell together to be president, because it's the time we gave them and they gave it back to us. That's my point. I didn't say she did not have any females.
Probably you have a point. I mean, the hatred among the women is not good. The same thing with us, right? Men, some men, we don't like to see each other, But I think Tababo should not only leave that to the women. To understand the women, they are new on the playing field because you have been on the field for a long time. So instead of Tababo and Khalid Jabili, for example, fighting over district number 3, Tababo should give his support to that lady, to run in that district. Because since 1847, Tababo then been running that district, and the district cannot improve. I mean, I said Tababo, I mean our Jenna, it's not women. We the one. District number 3 get improved. So why don't we support Xavier? Why don't we support Khalid Jabili and we're fighting those ladies? Even though you're a professional player, you've been on the political scene long time ago. So I think we have to shape the paradigm. We have to do that.
The law already support them because the law allows them to register. The law allows them to contest. The law allows them to campaign. maybe they have not yet been preaching the right message, to the people, that will make the people, to elect them. Because even Tababo could support Gale, Stephen, whoever, if the people don't like them, they will not win. Because it's the election. It is, it's not automatic to say, okay, because all of the male candidates, except why you say there should be no male candidate in District 3. Because if your Tababo decides to leave, if John decides to leave, the other party decides to leave and say, let's support women, they might not also still win if the people don't want them. So they have to make themselves to be seen in the eyes of the people, as someone, or as a gender, because now we are not dealing with personality, we're dealing with gender, as a gender that can deliver them. But if their own peers, they don't see them as people that can liberate them and only see it in the men, they will consider electing the men. So they themselves have to reach out. Let me tell you something. You have a district. Sorry, let me just let it point. You have a district historically that's not elected a female, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So if the woman wants to make that change, I think they need to form a united front. They need to form a united front. But you have a three.
My point is, what I'm saying, giving our bar record. When I say bar, I mean men, right? Giving our bar history, and district number 3 is not developing again. Let Tababo, all the men get out of the race and support. Let a bunch of women be in the race. One of them will win. All right. Then they will represent us. But once Tababo is in the race, so women will start giving their votes. But once no man is in the race, they'll be forced to support a woman.
Anyway, we'll leave that to the voters.
Okay, all right. You're fair, So let's go to the next thing. We'll be on the topic for a little bit. Let's go to the issue of the rules. I think that was one of the points that you wanted to discuss. Mm-hmm. So I just called it how serious is President Boakai on the fight against. No, I think it's a different topic, talking point. But let's just talk about it shortly. There's a reason why I put it on. How serious is President Boakai on the fight against corruption?
Well,
Patrick, you seem like you're sleeping. Are you there with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay, yeah, I feel like you're sleeping, and that's why I'll kind of pull you backstage a little bit.
Oh, no.
All right, Tababo, go ahead. How serious is President Boakai on the fight against corruption?
Thank you. I think the first position I want to make is that, all those who think that because maybe President Boakai came to power and he chose not to audit Madam Sedi 12 years rule before talking about even prosecuting them, it doesn't necessarily mean also when Boakai comes to power he cannot audit President Boakai. So the fact that I think my only wish for President Boakai will be a fight against corruption should not only focus on previous government, but it should also focus on its own government as of January of this year, because we are going 8 months now in his government, and there have been a lot of allegations of corruption against some of his government officials, and not even an audit have been conducted about that. Not even talking about prosecuting them. If you can remember when the issue that involves Sylvester Gracefully, the Minister of Gracefully, and I wish that they are not even taking. Taking office about a vehicles issue. You are aware of that. Now we have a whoopee $22 million, and Ministry of Public Welfare just wasted, and in the name of facing roads that have not even gone months, and the roads are start to spoil again. And I'm not seeing energy in that area. We hearing issues about $8 million at the CBL, to SRB Bank for what purpose, such money is to be paid, Liberian people, we don't know yet, and we're not seeing energy. We're not seeing energy in that direction. The only energy we have seen is about the monies involving Samuel Torres, Jefferson Camo, and former Minister of Justice, and you name the rest. So if for President Boakai's seriousness and again and to be shown, it needs to be very, very holistic. It needs to be very, very holistic, because you don't have to go 3-4 years before you audit before you start dealing with corruption in your own government. For the fact that even in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, somebody committing an act of corruption, that person must be investigated. And if they are probable cause, they should be sent to court for prosecution. If you do that, then people will think that you are fighting corruption. Other than that, the new vision will continue to ring bell in our ears, because there are things that are happening right before his eye. Like the issue of the inauguration, during the inauguration ain't no money. Miata family. And the only thing President Boakai, they came on and leveraged a lot of praises on her that she did well. They had a very best, inauguration. It was well organized. It was this, and up to now there have been no audit, initiated, for those monies to be accounted for. So we don't want Mr. Boakai or President Boakai to be closing your eye on your officials and only saying that he's fighting people in the previous government against corruption. It's a good thing to fight corruption. We welcome that. But let's be realistic. Corruption is corruption. When it happened in the Weah regime, it's corruption. When it happened today in Boakai regime, it's corruption. And all corruption should be fought. If you do that, they will know that you are serious in your fight against corruption. But if you fail to do that, they will think that it's just some political game.
It's also, I mean, before I bring Patrick in, Tababo, I kind of agree with you, because there is this report, the article here on Verity News that we're looking at also. So if you look here, government of Liberia fails asset declaration. So if you go down here, it says here the numbers are amazing. So you got 1,281 officials are required to declare their assets. Only 322 declare.
Yeah.
See? So leaving out 959. You see? So the president is not serious about fighting corruption. First of all, if you cannot compel his officials to declare their asset, then how serious is he against the fight against corruption? He's not serious about it. He's just a mockery. Yeah, if I'm working with Tababo and Tababo cannot make me to do what I'm supposed to do, I mean, and I'm still on the job, that doesn't make sense. So out of 1,000 plus officials, you only got 300 declared. And then 959, they have not declared. And they gave the deadline. The deadline was the EV extended to July 31st, 2024. That was the deadline, right? But yet the guys did not meet the requirement. So the people violated the law already, because asset declaration is law, right? It's the code of conduct, right? Yes. So the guys violated the code of conduct, even including the president himself. Because he declared, I mean, he was in office before he declared. And the law says you declare before you take office. You know? So the president isn't serious about the fight against corruption. When I read this article, I was like, wow. I mean, majority of the officials, they are not declared their asset. So, I mean, how are you going after opposition, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is when other people say it's a wish hunt, and he came by and said, oh, if you are not wish now, I will not want you.
I will not want you. No, seriously, you know, the president was in America during I think it was a UN assembly, and was interviewed about the issue of corruption and asset declaration. And it was clear that upon my return to the country, I will be the first person to declare my asset, and I will make sure all my people that will be appointed follow suit. When he came to the country, it took 4 to 6 months before he declared asset, after making that commitment in America. And so up to now, he cannot even compare his own presidential appointee, people that he appointed, people that he has the authority today to say, if you are not minister today, you are not minister. He cannot compare them to declare the asset. But they are working. 1 or 2 years from now, they will all be millionaires overnight. And the only thing you hear that they say, oh, they've been in public sector for 40 years. And so they are working for whatever they have for over 40 years. So that is complete mockery. That is complete mockery. I think
what's your take, man? What's the take of the discussion? Is the president serious about the fight against corruption?
So in the first place, Liberia is an animal farm. Liberia is a replica of animal farm. I know, and in the in OAS animal farm, you know, the animals believed that it was the right to take over the running of their farm, but they too soon forgot, you know, the freedom they fought for, you know, and started to change the laws overnight. You know, the corrupt pigs changed the laws overnight and changed the rules that said all animals were equal, but now saying all animals are equal, but not equally equal. So in Liberia, Liberia is a country without system or principles. The president can only be serious from few things that I think he needs to apply. One, extract politics from the rule of law, because law have nothing in common. It's almost like light and darkness. Law and politics have nothing in common, because law does not even law does not consider the personal feelings or opinions of an individual. That's why no matter how ruthless you are, your last bus stop is always before the law. You know, so if the whole fight against corruption is done void of politics, the president will mean well. He has taken few actions or few steps that will guarantee seriousness of the fight against corruption. But you know, these actions would not be enough. As example, establishing the office of the ombudsman or appointing an ombudsman is one good step. Okay, it's one good step. Declaring his asset and publishing it, and you know, it's another good conducting an audit of previous government.
I mean, you declare asset, but you didn't even publish it. Yeah, but go ahead.
Conducting an audit of previous government, you know, is a good step as well. And establishing, a World Economic Crimes Code. These are few steps. But corruption in Liberia, it's a resistible force. It can resist every attempt to even fight it in its entirety. So the president, I think he should be applauded for the few steps he has taken, even though there is no guarantee that there will be any success in the fight against corruption, because corruption in Liberia is systemic, it's foundational, it is a way of life, it is a culture, it is an inheritance, it is everything.
No, Patrick, we don't inherit corruption. No, it's not inheritance.
You say you not inherit corruption?
You inherit who? I mean, you
read
inherited
Article
it?
2. Read Article 2. Read Article 2. Read Article 2 of the Constitution of the ACS. If you read Article 2 of the Constitution of the ACS, and you read Lincoln's letter given to the first ambassador or the first ever appointed envoy, James Turner, to Liberia, then you would know very well that the whole thing, Liberia Foundation, is a scam built, established on corruption. Yes, of course. You don't know that.
No, but what does the ACA got to do with Liberia? Because it's not the document of the ACA is not the Constitution of Liberia.
Very good. Very good. Then, of course, the ACS got something to do with Liberia, because Liberia is its making. Liberia is its making. The point I'm making here is that robbers, the businessman, the business tycoon robbers and his group of crooks who led the country to independence, they did it for economic reasons. All right. They did it for economic reasons.
We are not. It's not. Those guys are in power anymore. As a matter of fact.
No. You are asking me whether we inherited corruption. I was trying to give you the reason why Liberia is like this. Okay, I'm gonna give you the reason why Liberia has not progressed from robbers up to Tottenham. Okay, it only took Tottenham to change the course of history for this country. The reason why I'm telling you all this is that rebels and all the guys who before Tottenham, their only interest was what? Was commerce, all right, business, business and profiteering. That was their interest. Even when EJ Raw went to get a loan, all right, when he went to get a loan that was paid for later by Tottenham and others, when he went for that loan, okay, it was a business interest, all right, it was a business establishment. It was something that benefited the elites, not the people. So the whole thing was a competition of the business people, as you really put it, Democrats and socialists, Republicans, deal with the wealthy people and all that stuff. So it was not a competition between they and the rich people. Now the point I'm making here is that Liberia's corruption is systemic, it's foundational, it's a heritage, it's a way of life, it's everything. So when Ellen told us that corruption was going to be probably number one, she didn't know. She realized that yes, that corruption was systemic. When she said that it's a vampire, then later on she came to say it was a vampire, right? So the point I'm making is President Boakai will try, and he has taken very good steps to try. But I'm not certain, and I'm not hopeful, I'm not optimistic at all that he will succeed. He will try. He will do some good things, but I'm not optimistic that he will succeed in the fight against corruption because corruption itself is undefeatable.
It is defeatable, but Tababo, go ahead. Do you agree with Patrick? Corruption is undefeatable.
No, let me slightly disagree with him because let me tell you something, Patrick, or let me say something or that the issue of corruption, the only reason that it's still continuing in Liberia is the culture of impunity. And even in the home, you have your kids. If you in the home and say no child should come home later than 6 p.m. and the first child, disobey that rules, there must be punishment. Your failure to punish that child is a lesson to the other children that are watching. Oh, but daddy said any child who comes home, later than 6 o'clock will be punished. But my brother came home 7 o'clock and he just talked. He did nothing about it. So when I come home tomorrow 8 o'clock too, I don't think he's going to do anything about it. So the culture of impunity is our problem in Liberia. That is our number one problem. And there's another reason why corruption is institutionalized, and I blame also, the kind of policy we made. Like for example, there's a culture in Liberia that every minister that is appointed, and I repeat, every minister that is appointed, whether Manaseli Town, whether George Weah Town, and even Waka Town, the first thing they do,
No.
they prefer to carry their own controller to wherever they work, their own controller. The controller that they will remain there, they don't want to work with that controller. They prefer to carry their own HR manager, human resource manager. The person that is there, they say they don't trust the person, they don't want to work with the person. And sometimes the controller they will bring will be somebody that they have 100% control and confidence in. Because why? They will be doing a lot of shadow dealings. And they are afraid that the controller that will be there, who they don't know from anywhere, who don't know their background, they are not as close, they don't get control of the person, and might be leaking some of those secret out. And they don't want any secret leaking. Because why when you go to a ministry, the first two people that they will always want to change will be the controller of that ministry or the controller of that agency and the HR. Because they'll be having a lot of ghost names, they will have a lot of people employed, taking salary, but they will not go to work. There'll be somebody in a video who's taking care of their farm on government payroll. And somebody in America who is related to them on government payroll, but they can't go to work. And they can only do that once they have the HR and who they will bring from their village and put in their office and just be yes sir to them. And they can only do that once they have a controller who will be in our D and the information will not leak out. So there was a law on it that no minister is allowed to remove or to change any controller without the approval of the Controller General of the Republic of Liberia. When President Boakai came to office, the Controller General first, was famed only for the first 2 months. He did a circular to all the ministries that no one is allowed to touch any controller. These people don't work for you, they work for the country, and they are allowed guarding it. In the 3rd month of President Boakai administration, that law was put on the carpet. We started seeing ministers bringing their own controller. start seeing ministers bringing their own HRs. At the end of the day, there will be continuous budget going to that ministry, but there will always be no money to run a ministry because this money will be diverted by the ministers, their controllers, and the HRs, and it will go in their secret pocket. So if we have laws on the book, and those laws, are made to be active, because you can make law lay down a bullet law cannot work by itself. Somebody's going to make it to work. So if we start to respect laws in the country, Liberia will be straight. And the first person who will start respecting the laws of the country is the head of state. It's the head of state. So if you are a president, if you are a certain president and you cannot respect laws, how do you expect a classroom teacher to respect laws? How do you expect a police officer to respect law? How do you expect even a citizen to respect the law? And because we don't respect our laws in this country, that's why people do things and they go with impunity. And one person who has said why they should have
Papa, let me push you on the point of impunity, right? I'm in the US and the people they enforce their law here.
Yeah.
But Christian, the United States incarcerates people than any other country around the world. But people are not, they're still avoiding committing crime, even though the prison is choked. So the idea of enforcing law, do you think it actually stop people from doing what they want to do? Because it doesn't, again, US incarcerate, they put more people in jail than any other country in the world. But yet people are still committing crime. And so you think punishment can actually deter people?
All around the world, there will always be corruption cannot be eradicated, but it can be minimized. It can be minimized. If you are punishing people, it doesn't mean there will be no corruption in Liberia anymore. The fact that there is a word called corruption, it means corruption will always exist. But at the speed at which it is going, because people have not been held accountable for their actions. If you start to hold people accountable, I'm not saying it will be free of Liberia. There will be no corruption, no. But it will be on a slow pace. It will be minimized. And once it is minimized, the money that will be...
Question, why criminal activities are not being minimized in the US, though, because they put more people in jail. But the crimes are not being minimized in the US.
Let me get a point to help my friend and my brother, Chris. All right, he makes a very good point. So one of the things in Liberia for us, that you will agree or disagree, corruption in the US, for example, or the fight against corruption, or the law does not look at one sector of the nation and forget about the other sector. For example, in Liberia, corruption is looked at only in government. All the noise you're hearing around here, my brother, it's just about the government. For example, like Chris said, when Chris was labor inspector in SINOE, for example, in the last 6 years, Chris imposed fines, or he brought the book. I mean, many managers, in some of the concession areas. All right. So for example, if government if I will fight in corruption, it focuses in all sectors, even the ordinary man who will sometimes receive some of the money, some of the SP, instead of sending it, send half of it. The other one lead there. But is that punished? Or is that corruption? Corruption is going to look at in government. If we start to look at corruption,
I'm not cutting you off, but the reason they focus on government, right? You are the one controlling public resources. What you do on the other side there, between whatever happens between Patrick and Tababo out there, is that business. If Tababo feels that Patrick takes his personal property, he can go to court. But if you are taking care of everybody's property, they give their resources to you, and you are messing with it, that's why everybody pays attention to that. It's not private property; it's for the general public. That's why more attention is on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. More attention is in government or is on government because of public resources. But let me also say, and let me erase the misconception. Government is not the richest institution in the country. I mean, even the Liberian government doesn't even have money as compared to some of the multinational corporations we have here. What the government has as a budget, for example, it's just the payroll. It's just the wage bill of some of the corporations in this country. But the point I'm making is that we never seem to talk about corruption anywhere else except government in Liberia. else we can talk about corruption? Go to the school system, my brother. Go see how corrupt the system is. See what teachers and principals are doing to students. See what students themselves are doing to principals and teachers. Nobody talks about that. Go to the mining sector. Go to the gold mine, my brother. Go to the gold mine. Go see what happens there. Go to the very concentration area.
That's what happens when the big guy is not even in check. So the guys that are controlling state resources, they are not being held accountable. Like Tababo is saying, no accountability, no some sort of retribution for what they do. So even if they indict them, they will do something until like they will say mako and that thing will be over. They will let you go. So until people have been held accountable for what they do, and that's why Joseph Boakai is not serious. If you ask me, and I was one of the person who did not support Joseph Boakai becoming president of Liberia, because number one, the man is old, and number two, the man was part of the corruption in the country under Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. He's not a clean man. So you cannot bring somebody who was part of the system for 12 years. He got budgetary allocation more than the county he comes from. Lofa County gets 200,000, but Joseph Boakai more than that, just his office alone. So how can you take that man seriously? And he had that budget for 12 years. He did not build one road going to a village, and he is coming back later on and telling you, "Oh, I'm the rescue mission," and the rescue mission came in. And the man cannot even hold his officials accountable to declare their answer. He can't even do that. So the man is not serious about corruption. He just witch hunting because he himself is a witchcraft. So he going after the witches that you see, because it takes another witchcraft to see another witchcraft, right? Yeah, if you're a regular man, you don't know about witch. When somebody doing witch around you will not know. So Joseph Boakai himself is a witchcraft. So he going after his fellow, but sir, start with yourself first. So I think that brother is in a pathetic state. Patrick, go ahead. The door was backing behind you, so I put you on mute. Take yourself on mute. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
What, you got a dog with you in your compound?
Yeah, man. All the people in the
compound. That dog was back there. Yeah.
Yeah. In 177 years, the whole nation has only had 8 convictions of corruption cases. 8 convictions. Now, if you check the list now, if you check the record as to what is the aftermath of those convictions, are those people behind bars who have were there restitutions? Were there some other extensive punishment to deter other people? My brother, you would not find answers. Okay? Where is Abba? He was convicted for corruption. Where is Lawrence Brobler? I mean, Lawrence Brobler was just in we are government. Okay?
What can you find for Milton TJ? Did he pay our money back?
Okay. Milton TJ, for example, I don't know what happened. The court convicted him. He was convicted of corruption. But something like, I don't know what happened. When that happened, they say, no, you only pay a fine. All right. You only pay a yeah. So that tells you that corruption guy having
weight. He did not pay the fine too. He did not pay.
No, I'm sure he paid.
No, Pastor, you don't have evidence to that, so you can't say you show he paid.
No,
he did not pay for that money. Tell you will pay, boys. Karamati will be on the show. I will press you. See why you bring evidence. But the man, during the campaign, will ask them, okay, the man paid. Give all the document to prove that he paid. They can't show anything. Tell you they not pay that money. All right, guys, let's transition to something else. I think our time is running out now. Let's see. Probably I want to talk about this. Your visit to SINOE County, and the impact. If you want to talk about the 5 million your fellow seditious gave the people alone. That's not your fellow seditious. What you laughing about? Your policy. Let's get some thoughts on that, please.
I'm a wheelchair. I'm not a seditious.
Oh, okay. Well, you're in the same party, though.
Yeah. So, all right. Thank you, Dad. So, it was a very long journey, and I think we are living it and we are enjoying it back home. And we came to spend the 26th people, and also we came back home to visit our people. And not only for 26, because with or without 26, we always with them. And so yes, we tour one side of the district for this our first visit since the election. We tour one side of the district. We did not tour the entire district because the district is very big. There's a landmark is very big. So we were only able to visit and to Vubadi. So towns along the road to Vubadi. Some not all of the towns, but we targeted a few towns this time around for our visit, and finally we landed in Vubadi, in Vu City. And we spent the 26 there. We're there for I think 3 nights. Yeah, 3 nights. And we had a fun time with the people, and they were happy to see us, to receive us. We were also happy to be there because it's been a long while they didn't see us. And the road challenge, especially between, I don't even know whether when I call the names of the town, you will know them. But for those who are following, who know these places, will know them. And Patrick
Yeah,
also, and that.
hold on, Trump. I'm not cutting. Why you guys think I don't know the geography of Sino? I grew up over there.
Okay, no problem. That's a good one. And so we between Pinestown and Kain Village, that's the second town for Granjida because the first town for Granjida is Gold. After Gold is Kain Village. That is Vubadi Junction. And between them and Beda is a hell. It's a hell. We spent over 6 hours in that mall, my man. And we got there in the night and we left on at 5 a.m. in the morning from the mall. It wasn't easy.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we got to Vubadi. People were asking why you're bathing in the mall, and they was that's a real condition. And so,
So,
but God,
Tababo, so the cliche that no car will get stuck in the mud is not true.
it's not true, my brother. It's not true. Maybe maybe from Moseralo to Bikena, or maybe from Moseralo to Banga or Ghana, because those are counties that have paved road. But it's not possible, and for you know the southeast is not possible everywhere. Even between River G and Grand G, there is another hell. And Riverside Road now is getting worse. So those are not things that any leader would tell or would believe, because yeah, where the road are not paved, we'll always have the difficulties with bad road during the rainy season. Dry season, yeah, we pass, we manage with the hose. Yeah, so that we came back to give our to give our people hope, and we had a time with them. We are doing some work now with the student community in Vubadi, and we try to help since that schools will be opening. Most of the parents cannot afford. Why it is true, you might think that the process to go to school in the rural areas is very cheap, but even as you consider it to be cheap, it's still more difficult for some parents. So we'll be producing before from now to the opening of the school year. Will be providing the 100 sets of uniform for all of the students, all of the school going kids there in the Vubadi public school. Because according to them, sometimes the whole school year, some of the children don't have uniform because the parent can't afford, and they will just go to school. That's when the teachers will want to ask them out of school. But again, they take into consideration the condition of the parents and they consider them. So we thought to our contribution to Vubadi for the first segment is to help with the students, and we have contacted a tailor already who is working on the uniform, and before the end of this month or the middle part of September, the uniforms will be delivered there so that the students can
So,
all
so
be.
Tababo, how many students are there in Bubadi that you are doing the uniform for?
We are targeting 100 because they said they always have less than 100 students and not more than 100. So we are targeting 100.
Okay, so but what is your long-term goal for this initiative?
Okay, we are working on something by the grace of God. If we don't launch it in December, we launch it maybe early next year. We are establishing a foundation, and that will be registered, and that foundation will be operational up to the time we have the capacity, up to the time we have the resources, up to the time we have the energy to work for our people. The foundation will continue here, and that will not only be in Vubadi, but we'll go across the district, but we'll be looking at actually people who are actually going through hell who cannot afford. All of us might be considered as well, but will be, and single mothers, children, children who are finding it very difficult for parental care, or we say less privileged children. Yeah, let's put it that way. And our first target, and we are into will be the education.
So, question, I'm kind of, how do you distinguish who is doing well and who is not doing well, given that everybody is practically suffering?
No, but what we intend to do, we initiated that everybody already. We set a settlement committee, everybody, and the settlement committee comprised of the youth representative, the women representative, and somebody from the adults councils, and somebody from the strangers community, because they are also part of the community once they live there, and then we'll have somebody from the school, we have somebody from the clinic, we have somebody from the from the government sector, and the committee will be responsible to do the recommendations to us, because they live there and they know the situation of the people, and we ourselves can, and you can also see when we go there, you can see the living condition of the people. They don't have to tell you, but you actually know that they are seriously in need. So the committee will help us to recommend those names to us, and we ourselves will also take into consideration certain people aspect the near races.
Okay, I just wanted to play the video that wrote to local content. Yeah, I mean, I just want to play that video to see what is going on in the country. The roads are horrible, but I mean, Tababo, how you guys get on those kind of roads to travel on, man? Like, damn, that's crazy.
We travel with our shovels. We have our shovels in the car when the car gets stuck. Somebody will go on the car and dig the mud, clean the mud, make sure that the differential is freeze to get the car full, and you have manpower behind you to push while you apply the full wheel and people are pushing like that. I mean, we used to it, that we've been in it for I don't know how long. Yeah, we used to it. It's not easy, but you still have to travel. You gotta go and see your family. And so all of people who have good road, when they come on this side, they will find it difficult. But for us, that's something we've been doing for over a century. So we used to it as a people. So as part of our visit to the district doc, there are key observations that that we have, and just the first area we toured from from New First Town all the way to Vubadi.
Mm-hmm.
It tells us that our lawmaker actually needs to go back to his district and reconcile the people. There still needs to be there should be a general reconciliation since the election. And every town that you enter, you will know that division in the town after the elections. The election has caused a very big gap amongst our people. And it only takes a good leader to recognize that and be able to go back to the people and make them understand that elections are over. And you have one leader now for the district who should be the leader for everybody, irrespective of political counts during the election and political affiliation during the election, and to make everybody feel a part of the district in terms of representation. And but as it stands, there's a big gap in the district in terms of unity amongst our people because of politics. And the person who needs to take that bold step is the one who are emerged victor among the many candidates in the election, among the many aspirants in the election. He is now the representative of the district, and I think that is squarely on his shoulder. And
yeah, but probably you're dodging the name. Who is the person?
the district. Any Sonnyboy know is the lawmaker of your district. So if I'm talking district number 3, I'm saying the representative of the district.
No, but you kind of dodging the name, so I just why say
any Sonnyboy no need to. No matter why he does in that district, the most important thing he first need to think about is uniting the people, and getting rid of the of the election trauma, and making the people to know that they have only one leader now in the district, and that leader is him. That leader is him. And one of the reasons I said this is that, since President Boakai makes an appointment of local leaders, there are some local leaders now up to current who have not been confirmed on grounds that Mr. Ellison, Representative Noah, said that these people did not support him, and so he is fighting against the confirmation. One particular person has to do with the superintendent of Johnson State District, Mr. Munkabele. Among his colleagues that were appointed, he has not been confirmed.
So let me ask a question, please.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Chris. So since Doug is questioning you on your tour in the district, let me add to him. What was the reception, the fever you got up, from the handsome, return of the representative? The people receive some empowerment packages, of $5 million. I think the distribution. What was the reception from the people? How did they feel receiving such gesture? Talking about the impact as well too. What did they say and how did they feel?
Thank you.
I think Patrick, 1 minute, Babo. I think my mom, Patrick, he was expressing some of the conversation. I think we can start from that angle, let me express some of the observation. Then we can come with some of the questions as it relates to what was given. He's expressing. I mean,
Sagajos, I asked specifically because he was talking about election trauma, election trauma and reconciliation. So I was trying to make reference to that. People got detraumatized from that.
Let him address Patrick's question. Pablo, go ahead, please.
Thank you. I think it's very simple. The first thing that the new $5 million, it's a lot of money. But sometimes the way you spend even $10 billion can make less impact than the way somebody spend $1,000. And what do I mean by that? You tour the district, the how part of it, the how was the $5 million given? How was it distributed? Because impact, except what you just given for political announcement. You have a town, for example, how you call it, ENR, Plenariable. My understanding, Plenariable received about $100,000, $100 or more thousand, some $1,000. And my understanding, if the money was divided, 1,000, 2,000, and money women. Some to 500, some to 2,000. So the $5 million donation appears that almost the same hang out we're giving the people doing the campaign. Because we could go to a town and get the people 50,000, we leave the divided among themselves. We could go to a town and get the people 200,000, when we leave the divided as though nobody ever get 200,000 in the town. So the how part of it, I think that's why it's concerning. Because when you give that such a big amount of money, I must appreciate that. That's a lot of money. But I think it was not properly managed. I think it was not properly implemented to have given it. He actually should have said. And asking me whether the $5 million would have erased the trauma. Well, why is the $5 million given to no one support us? Because you don't know the criteria that was set in distributing the $5 million. Why he went to a time, get the money to the chair divide with friends on the walls. And people who supported Colo, people who supported Tababo, people who supported Secretary, people who supported other people, and they didn't get anything for it. It means
Pablo, just to be clear though, so was it a loan or a grant?
According to him, according to the giver, he said it is a loan that is to be paid back with no interest, and how it will be paid back, who will collect it, and to whom it will be paid, we don't know.
So just to be clear, Sonnyboy Noah gave the $5 million as a loan.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Okay, a loan without interest.
Yeah.
Okay. So did he set the time frame when the loan should be paid back?
That one we don't know because I didn't hear.
Okay.
I'm concerned. I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I'm concerned. Who was in charge? Who was in charge of the distribution? For example, Iena.
He himself. Do I come in? I come in. The lawmaker in his office took the money into the district. And as you were on a tour, every town that they go in, I was following on Facebook. When they go to Polemanchu, which is the first time for G-Troll, they make a stall, they have meeting under the palm tree with the people, and they gave, they gave what belonged to the people in that town. And as they were moving on, that's how they were giving the money. So whether a committee was set up, whether it's a particular women organization, and whether it's a loan, because the first thing in Malaysia alone, I work with the Ministry of General for how the VSA program, the Village Saving Loan Association program. And before before UN Women started bringing money for this program, they first sent people of expertise in the counties in the field to conduct proper training for these women as to how they can go about doing their small businesses, as to how they can save their money, as to how they can pay a little due, and as to who keeps the money, as to how someone can come and credit and come back the next week or the next time with a little interest so that it can be given to the next person. These women were trained. Okay, now we have series of trainings for them. After the training, we set up a leadership to manage the process. Before UN Women started bringing their money, we started giving it to the people. And this program was very impactful and successful. But if you didn't, if there was no training conducted with the women, you did not even identify that whether they are business women, but just that if a woman living in a town, you just give her 5,000, you get 2,000, and you think that it's going to revolving loan, meaning you go and do business. Some of the people who receive the money are not even business people, which is not bad. So I think those, it's better you give the money to the people who share with them and say, I've come to appreciate you people for voting me. You take a 2,000, you take a 5,000, you take a 1,000, you take a 6,000. And well, if you say you get $5 million for revolving loan, and there are no proper mechanism put in place as to how the $5 million will achieve the impact that you want to see.
Yeah, but why did he give the loan? Why was the loan given?
He said he made a commitment during a campaign that after the election you gave $1 million to each of the districts and as loan.
So, but why does I still try to follow the logic. This rich guy we have in SINOE County, all right? Let me see something first before going to it. This rich guy that is wearing all the gold and diamond rings. Why is he giving poor people loans and he wants the money back? I'm like, he wants to get more rings or what? Or what is the plan here for which he wants the money back? Trevor, are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. But the only person who can give you the plan is the man who gave the money, because he knows how he got the money. He knows whether he took loan from the bank to carry to the people, and maybe he has to carry the money back to the bank and prepay. He knows that. Whether it's a high-end money over the years, he knows that. But my only point here, there are competing priorities. And there's a specific reason why, I talk about the impact of the money. For example, Odak, you have a high school building, a structure. Because when we say school, it's not just the building, but it has to be operationalized. We have a high school building structure in Pinetown, in Kabade, in the land, that of the Wakaba land, and that of that entire area. Only Johnson you have a high school right now. There is no high school in the whole of Sikon. Except, but it's sorry to say, the only high school in Sikon is Iana Plenable. It's Iana Plenable that is colored from the other part of upper Sikon. Now, if that's how you put it, for example, have $5 million Liberian dollar, which is a very good sum of money, and have a high school in Kabade ES district that is not operational because lack of teachers to teach the high school level, and they only have elementary and the junior operating. And the first thing, one of the best things I think that would have done is to use that $5 million, or if not all, part of that $5 million, and construct a teachers' quarter in Pinetown, in Kabade. Construct a beautiful teachers' quarter that we attract teachers, to go in a rural part of SINOE. Because one of the reasons some of the people don't want to go to places because they feel the places are very remote, they live in conditions Like for example, in Kakebo, district number 2, the high school that was constructed in Kakebo, the only reason teachers are willing to even leave Sierra Leone, Ghana, and Mauritania to go live in Kakebo is because the next teachers' quarter that they have there. You have the self-contained apartment, you have a sitting place, you have a kitchen, a very nice area, you have a solar light over it. So the government and the community were able to attract people to be willing to go and live in that part of, even though it's in the bush, but the living condition they are faced with, they feel that they are also in the city. So if you build a teachers' quarter in Pinestone and Kabade, you use some of that money, and you attract teachers there, you will have your high school operational. That will be why support to education in your district. You could go to, for example, now in the entire wilderness, especially from Bayusa, Sagwetan, that will cause SINOE all the way to Camp 2 to Gardestown. You don't have a proper, because there is no road. The only road that people have stop at Camp 2. Car cannot reach Bayusa, car cannot reach Jawisa, car cannot reach Sagwetan or SINOE. The last I remember, when making a remember some company, that there's a group that, World Bank project that built a road and stop it that far. And when we'll get in contact with the people, they said they only need some number of drums of fuel, and some little amount, for the operator to be able to reach the road as far as SINOE River. For the other community. So these are challenging issues of your district now that should be your priority. And you just went and wasted 5 million, in the sky. That when you visit a district, you will not even see the impact. You will not even think that somebody went there and get 5 million. So I was saying that there are more important things that the district is in need of now, as compared to just going bluffing with money on the table and saying they should be the. I don't think it makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense at all.
Tababo, I agree with you. And even another point you made about reconciliation in the county. Sonnyboy Noah is not the right person to reconcile that district. And you know the reason why?
No.
Coordinate Sonnyboy Noah is in the U.S. Let me share something with you quickly before I go ahead. I want to do something here. Sonnyboy Noah is currently in the U.S., right? I want to just put in the presentation more. Let me put the picture here that I want to share. Okay, the guy is currently in the U.S. Together with Representative Romeo Kuya. All right. But the U.S., the Sapo community in the USA is divided. All right. Sonnyboy Noah is not even making effort to reconcile in the community. He went to Minnesota to the other group on that side, and he said he's not going to the other side where Romeo went at one time. Romeo is from district number 1. But from the people in his district, they are divided. And Sonnyboy Noah has no reason to reconcile them. He comes and sits whatever he wants to. He's sitting somewhere, maybe in Southwest Philadelphia or whatever. I don't know where he is right now. And he's not making effort to reconcile his community. And also, Tababo, the man is in the U.S. You have all the rich people. You have all the universities here. You have all the different institutions that Sonnyboy Noah could reach out to help the district. No, the guy is not doing anything. Nothing. No outreach whatsoever. All right. So sometimes the people say, the people deserve the leader they get. I don't want to believe that cliche. We don't deserve Sonnyboy Noah. But you know the guy has some loose cash at the time from the port, so you're able to bamboozle the people with, sharing money around. And as a consequence, he got in that. But we don't deserve that, brother. The man is not the right person for our district. And it is sad that, you guys were not politically strong to our politically subjugated brother. But for the next 6 years, we are in bad shape. When the man cannot even reconcile the people in the U.S. when he came, not really reconcile, to reach out, to say, well, man, President Francis, I want to meet up with you guys. I want to meet up with you guys. Let's have some discussion. I'm the leader of the county. Nothing. Romeo is from different. Romeo is the one that even making effort to bring in the community back together. Sonnyboy Noah has no reason whatsoever. He's the wrong guy. He just went there to loot, to get some money and distribute among the people so they can re-elect him. And 2023 for me, I define my position already. Or 2029, I am going to do everything to remove that brother. Not something personal against him, but I think he's not for the district. He's not for the people. Because if you cannot reconcile the people in your district, the people that you divided politically because of your politics, or you guys, you the politicians, you're running and you put the people apart, and you cannot reconcile them. And even in the US, you are here, you cannot visit certain side, even though all the people are from your district. I mean, the guy is horrible. And the people say, I don't like something about Noah. Personally, I have no issue against him, but he's a horrible leader. Leadership-wise, he's the wrong guy for that district. And I can't wait for 2029 to reach so we can replace him and his stooges. I don't know what they are doing in the place there. Look at some of the ideas you are giving. You give money and you don't give the money for a reason. You know, oh, yeah, the money here, you're thinking. And the schools in the district, no banks for the children to sit down, no copybooks. The children, they go, I mean, you can't, like, Joe Biden, Vice President Joe, offer free food for the children in school so that they will be able to get energy to listen to the teacher to learn, you know. But you just work on and dash money out and say, oh, they should pay you back. It's not even free money. Loan, the definition of loan is you pay me back with interest. But the good things on the board, they say, okay, you just eat the money from later on, you pay me back all my money. It shouldn't be short. So, Tababo, you guys, I don't know whether you still have the ambition to run, but our district is in trouble, and you are also part of that district, you know. So, yeah.
That you as well. In Vubadi, let me tell you exactly what we told the people of Vubadi. We went there purposely, and you know, when we got to Vubadi, we openly apologized to the people for letting them down in 2023, and for not continuing our bid for the district, and we made them to understand that why it is true that we did not contest and we are now the representative of that district, but we are still their son and we are still also their leader, and they can look up to us for any way possible, and with whatever strength God gave us, we'll be able to look back to help with some of the problems back home. And so, no, don't want to tell us the future. The time is still long, but I can assure you that, we have gotten so much experience from what transpired in 2023, and that experience is going to set, going to in the future to come. So that's why you see we are very relaxed. We are very relaxed and we are very happy. And it is so good, in fact, that he is the lawmaker now, so that he will be incumbent at that time. And so the question, it will be easier because the people will have already seen, the leadership, that he gave the instance, yes. So we don't want to talk much about that now. We are saving our energies, and we are working on developing ourselves and other things, and we can assure you that we have a very good future on the way.
Yeah, but before, one second before you come in, 1 second, please. I want to. The reason sometimes in Liberia, when the people talking about building roads, I don't take it seriously. Let me play the video. Right, this is one of the highways here in the U.S. Will show you guys. So you guys can see. Part of the guys can they literally plan, right? Design the whole road. You see, that whole thing you're looking at it is the design of the road. That's the road network in Houston, Texas, for example, right? So that was something when they put to the building roads in like, bro, like, are these people serious? Are they just joking and try to eat the people money? When you drive on highways there, brother, you'll be confused. Like, So that's why right now I can leave my house right now, Suggestion and Tababo. I can leave my house right now and go to Pennsylvania and come back. The same day because the road's so smooth. You can drive my wife and I ready day or we just go Pennsylvania, or in Maryland. We drive through Delaware and you get it. I mean, like 2 hours you'll be in Pennsylvania. Smooth, you know. So while I hear you guys talking about, oh, you have to carry shovel, I'm like, damn. I mean, why do people treat their country? Because, and you yourself, you're victim of what you are doing, though, because when they're driving on the roads, they have to play in the mud too, you know. So how can you be this evil to yourself? So I'm sorry, but go ahead. I mean, I get battled sometimes when I see some of those things that are going on in the country. So go ahead. If you get on me, I think you're on mute.
Tababo, I think I've been listening to you for quite a while now. Before the election, I saw Christian Tababo and Sonnyboy smoking a peace pipe, and you people supported the same agenda, the then CDC ruling establishment. You also supported the agenda of Edison Bono. Is that correct?
If you say I supported the agenda, what do you mean?
I think all the USA, I mean, all for one for all. You were all citizens, I mean, supporting CDC candidates.
The
Is that
first thing,
correct?
the first, from the very onset, from the onset, and I was never a believer of any agenda of Mr. Noah. Because my very self was aspiring for the same district.
You also voted Miles by Sonnyboy, no?
Yeah, I was aspiring for the district, right? And finally, there were a lot of interplays, and I didn't register the contest. So, so the party reached out to me and said they wanted no one out to reconcile. And as a man of peace, and I couldn't say no. I don't want to reconcile because I felt here I have nothing personal in common. We were only competing, over ideas. He had different idea about the district. And so I was not in the race. We were in the same party. We were 10 meetings to pass by me, I passed by you, and the party felt like it was not a good thing. And they wanted to reconcile. And yes, we did reconcile. And we did reconcile, but I didn't follow in the district to go for any campaign trail. No, I only agreed to reconcile with him because I should not be the one to refuse reconciliation. No, the fact that they wanted us to smoke peace pipe, rather, we agree. Yes, we smoked the peace pipe, but I was never any campaign team in any part of the district.
Yeah, but the point Suggestion is making though, yeah, go ahead.
So, Tababo, what did your reconciliation at the time met? I mean, as partisan, because you wanted to contest, and two of you came from the same political party. The party said, "Whether you felt marginalized, but this is the choice of the party." So, what did your reconciliation met at the time?
But is it what the reconciliation like?
Met.
When the reconciliation was made, there were some requests and there were some suggestions that they wanted Tababo to go in a district along with Mr. Noah. And I suggested to Mr. Noah that while it is true I am the leader of my team, but every member of my team has an individual thinking and has an individual view, and I respect that. So the first thing I want you to do, if you are serious about it, I will organize a meeting with my supporters for you to visit them, for you to meet them, since you need their support. Because their support does not, they don't live with me while they should support me. Even if they live with me, they have right of choice and right to their decision. So since you are the one now who is the party's candidate, the Secretary General of the party, and the party said they need me so that you will win, I want with my supporter because they have their own view about it, and a lot of them are, are not satisfied about it. A lot of them are disenchanted about the situation. So you have to meet them. And the then superintendents, Lieutenant Lichie, Chris Kwate, all the leaders of the party agree, and they said they were going to be, even Jate they said they were going to be the John the Baptist for Sonnyboy to meet my supporters first, to calm them down, and later on, Sonnyboy will go and have a meeting with them. And we said, okay, and that meeting was organized. After that meeting, Mr. Noah made no efforts to meet my supporters. And so for the fact that he made no effort, I felt that he didn't need my support, because he can't need my support, then I'll be running behind you. So I told my supporters, I said, because no for whom I have organized you people to meet, shall I not be with you. So those who believe in Noah support Noah. Those who believe in Silver Tide support Silver Tide. Those who believe in, or how you call it, or Reverend Kolo support Reverend Kolo, because I am no longer in the race. You get what I'm saying, Sagajas?
Now, I'm talking about on a Christian Tababo as an individual, as a partisan, then of the citizen and of the convention that you are still the citizen. But we let us go to that
No,
now.
we left the citizen, so but that's important.
So then, as a partisan, and especially like you said, the Secretary General of the party at the time, who was a preferred candidate in District 3?
Myself.
No, at the time you are now on the ballot.
But I couldn't have preferred any candidate to the people that they all were not good leaders. So I did not go to the people to tell them anything that they is my preferred candidate. I only supported the candidacy of President Weah, because it was a very election, and I told the people that all of them could not make a better representation. And I could not go by in 11 minutes to tell the same people that, I lied when I first said they were not good, but now they are good. So no, I did not go back to the district to support them.
All right, guys. I think we've been on for a little bit now. I wanted to just conclude this topic. So, Tababo, if you have closing thought on your trip in the district. But by the way, if I may ask, why you decided to start from Vubadi? Are you from Vubadi?
Thank you. That's the next question. That's one of the reasons, but that is not the principal reason. Yes, I have a trace from Vubadi. My grandmother is from Vubadi, from the but that's not only because I have a trace in Vubadi. I decided to start from Vubadi. Vubadi during my pre-campaign activities was one of the towns that I didn't go to as a candidate or as an aspirant. The first time I went to Vubadi, I went when Romavi Zaza, and so the people said they wanted me to go back there on my own visit as an individual person. I leave promising then I did not go there until I left the race, and when I left the race, I never went back there. So I felt that it was respectful and important for me to have started with Vubadi first, since indeed I left promising there and never reached until the election finished. So I went there to apologize and told them that it was not intentional, and gave them few and the circumstances that disallowed me at the time to reach them. And apology was accepted, and a tradition was performed, and so that's how we beginning with Vuba. Because that's what the time we did not check. The next time will come will be another community. It will not be Vubadi again, because we intend before the next 2 years we might have covered the entire district and talking to our support. And we did not go Vubadi also to tell them about 2029 dream, because that would be disingenuous. And the first thing we tried to do was to go and explain to the people, some of whom were standing with us at the time, and in the diamond, and they don't see you appear on any ballot. And so we could not go back to them and say, oh, we're running 2029. No. We're going to give them the respect, to tell them sorry, and ask for their forgiveness. And we told them that even in the case of our father, Honorable Mavis, that's like it happened in 2011. He had all the tools, he had all the weapons, he had everything it takes to want the late, Senator Nangwe in 2011. But then, when the president talked to him, the Unity Party talked to him, and he gave everything out, and then he didn't contest. In 2012, the same people and district people sent for him, and they rewarded him with something else. So yes, I have all it is. Yeah, I could have been the representative now. Yeah, anything could happen. You were standing by me. You trusted me as a son. but there were things that were beyond my control, as as your son, for which I did not read it far. But we are sorry, and please forgive us. And I think we went there actually purposely to give them that respect. That's why we started from Bugatti.
All right, so guys, let's wrap up with this. We got other issue, but I just want to get a little update on USAA. Their recent convention they had in was in Iowa. Yes, Iowa, the state of Iowa. They had a national convention. So we just want to give you a little update, and then we'll just call it a day. The National Symposium annual convention got different titles for it. So this was the 34th annual convention of the USAA. The founding fathers and the mothers, when they established the organization. I mean, constitutionally, sometimes it changes, but the people convene every August, to review progress made or things that can be adjusted and stuff of that nature. And so they met in Iowa this weekend. The leadership there is now one of the biggest chapters in the union, but the guys there, they did great. Franklin Wallow and Abel Morris and others. The ladies out there, they did a splendid job. I mean, the convention was successful. We had some, let me share this with you quickly. Hopefully my device will cooperate here to getting a little presentation. But let me end that stuff and I will share again so I can get in presentation more to share something with you. Let's see, go this way. All right. All right, let's see. Let me put us in the corner. There you go. That's what I wanted. All right, so we had they went to Iowa. This is the president, of course, you know her, Frances Myers. I mean, she all gold. Yeah, that dress. I mean, I gotta come for that dress here. It's too expensive. But anyway, the convention, the president, I listened to a speech. What I like about the speech was the fact that she took responsibility, because right now they are undertaking a 13-bedroom hospital in SINOE, specifically in Pelican. And so that's a signature project. That's the project she wants to bring to fruition before she leaves next year, 2025. So I don't know why they're going to be possible, but I'm not too sure. But when I was in administration, that's something that she actually earmarked. And they have been working on it costs about 125 or 27,000, project. But the first phase, there are some glitch. And at the convention, she demonstrated leadership. Probably the same thing you did. You went to the people in Vubadi, they expected you to have participated in the election, and then something went wrong. You did not visit. So you went to them, right? So that's a show of leadership. So the same thing, Francis, at the convention, the first phase of the project, something went wrong, and during her speech, she took responsibility for that, and that's how it's supposed to be, so she took responsibility for that. But what I didn't hear is the new ideas. But I think the plan for the building remains the paramount thing right now on her agenda. But besides that, I didn't hear something else with reference to what she wants to do next, besides the hospital project. But overall, she has been a good leader. I've been with her for a while, from the local level to the national level, and I just thought I don't want to be one of the African leaders that will stay in power forever, right? So I had to give way for other people to come and showcase the talent, So yeah, Alexander Tote has been doing well. He's the Secretary General for her, and they have been doing well. So at the convention, they also had a quaint context, and the three ladies, they went to it. The one in the middle, of course, won the context. Nadia, whatever the name, the pronunciation, but Nadia. She won the Queen contest. Shelley represents Minnesota. She represented Minnesota. She's from the Delaware Valley. So when we say the Delaware Valley, it comprises of the chapter. It comprises of 3 states. So we got New Jersey, Delaware, and Pennsylvania. So they make the Delaware Valley chapter. So she represented Delaware Valley, and she won the election. And this other young lady, she represented Iowa. But somebody got to win, and the Dia is now the queen. She took all the crown from Diana Carla Williams, and she was the national queen before. Yeah, so just a little update. Financially, I didn't get an update as to how much was generated. Yeah, but Mr. Romeo Kuya did well. He was also at the convention. Yeah, he went there. I mean, this one was in Minnesota anyway, but he was at the convention. He tried to make the case for reconciliation, something I expected from Sonnyboy Noah, who represents the district that the USAA is from. But he has no reason to even go to the USAA convention. I don't know, for whatever reason, paranoia or I don't know, inferiority complex. I don't know what the deal is. But the guy did not go. He's chilling somewhere out of our home or with some of his boys, they're chilling. The reconciliation of the people from his district, that is not important for him. But I just want to give a shout out to Mr. Romeo Kuya, Representative Romeo Kuya from District Number 1. Is he one of my favorite? No. But in this regard, yeah, I must give him the pat on the back. He did great. He went to the SADA group, tried to appeal to them as well to see reason to come together. Even though sometimes it's the way he say he frame, maybe that is the framing. But sometimes it comes across to be like, okay, you can stay on your side, the other group can stay on their side, but you want you people to come together, but you say, oh, the other people can stay on their side, the other people can stay on their side. But but the idea, he made effort. He made effort to reaching out to the people, even though the people got to write him. They literally wrote him before he went there. He said, oh, if you don't send me a letter, I will not come, and stuff of that nature. But if I were lawmaker of Liberia, I can visit any Liberian function, any Liberian community without people requesting or asking the people to send me your communication. After all, I represent the people. I'm the leader of Liberian people, either whether in Liberia or in the United States, whatever country around the world. But some of our politicians, they get their own school of thought. They want the people to kowtow, beg them, and do everything before they can show up. But he did great. I must give him the part. Sonnyboy Noah is horrible. The gentleman in the middle there, I think he's the city mayor of Brooklyn Park. Yes, they were in Minnesota. They met with him. It's just photo shoot, nothing else. He's not bringing nothing back home. The two of them, they're not bringing nothing back home. And that's all I thought. I mean, Christian Tababo would have made a good representative for that district if he had won, or if Khalid Jebele had won, or Sylvia had won. I would have said something, because these are people that I think when I talk to, I can get ideas. I can see that they are driven to doing something for our people. But for Sonnyboy Noah, it's about photo shoot and photo ops, and I mean, sit down with boys, they do whatever they got to do as boys, and that's it. Other than that district for the next 6 years, it will remain that. It will remain like that. Because Zaza were making an effort to making sure that we'll have a high school to also got one there. One would have thought that Sonnyboy Noah would build on that, like Tababo, you indicated, maybe get some of the towns that don't have high schools to have high schools and stuff of that nature. But no, Sonnyboy Noah is not working in that direction. So again, that's what we get right now, but that's not the guy we deserve. The man is an anomaly for our district. And Dr. Yapo, the esoteric next election circle, if Christian does not run, I'm coming to remove Sonnyboy Noah for sure. Sigesha will be my journalist, will be my campaign man, And if Trouble doesn't run, we'll make sure Trouble is on board as well, so that we can liberate our district from this gentleman who wants to build personal houses and all those different things that he wants, so they can divide money. All right. If you guys have something to say, that's it. That's the update about the USA convention here. Yes. if you want to just give your closing thoughts, that would be awesome. It will be on for a long time today.
Yeah, let me give my closing thought because I want to attend to something. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Sagashos. Thank you to Patrick, and thanks to all those who have been using their personal money to buy data to get on the internet to follow us or to listen to us. My closing statement will go to the SINOE and the USAA. I know some of them are listening. The Constitution gives everybody the right of association, and also having two chapters in America. I think it was not a main purpose, but now it has happened. And I don't think whether anybody be willing to give up their pride to say, okay, I'm on the side, I'm a boss on my own, and I'm going to be one. But I think the most important thing to be together, to be united. That is to say, if there are any issues between them, if there are any bad blood amongst them, it need to be melted for the interest of the community. Because I think it promoted competition back home now, where we started carrying a project to Jerrytown, Sado want to carry a project to Pinestone. The next they started taking it to Venerable, and then Sado will say, okay, we carry it to Basin Town. If it is for that positive competition, there is not bad. But any other thing of the negative, I pray that they kill it between them because they are one family, they are one people, they are from one community, and people. There are a lot of thousands of people back home who depend on them, and for good things to come back home to their community. So let them work together in the interest of their community, and put aside their personal issues for the sake of Sabo people and our district. Thank you.
Yeah, but Papa, before you go, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, somebody was asking you a question here, but you were talking about accountability earlier. You're talking about impunity. And
Yeah,
I know you follow the development in the USA because we were trying to use the law to hold people accountable for what they do, and that's why we brought in division. You see, so the African society is a strange society, right? Because people use group resources, and when they go after them, they say, "Oh, we divide the people," and that's exactly what created the rift here. Some of us, at least specifically me, I was very strong on that because you cannot take the group money and you use it anyhow, and you don't want anybody to talk. And so that's why some of us spoke to, and they got vexed, and the other group led by green guy. He carried some people that are loyal to him, and that's how they divided the community. It's on the basis of accountability. You can't take group money. $90,000. You take the money and you don't want anybody to talk. And so that's the issue about accountability. Once you start to holding people accountable in the African context, you'll get ready for division. Because definitely they will go in their tribal boxes, they will go in their sectional boxes, and do different things. Yeah, but I think despite all of that, people got to be held accountable for what they do.
I think we can talk about it on our next show. You can make it one of your talking points.
Yeah.
So that we see how we can make our input to that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Have a good night. Sagacious.
So yeah, we have had another fruitful discussion. Hope to be back.
You can go, man. Your environment is dark now. We can't see you. Yeah.
So I think we have had a fruitful discussion. Fascinating one, as a matter of fact. I think we can be back on next Thursday. We are encouraging our viewers to follow us next Thursday for another fascinating edition of the program. We are still managing the voice of SINOE in the diaspora, upgraded for the best, so that our listener can feel the best and the very best. So thank you again.
All right, Sagacious. Enjoy yourself out there. Be safe.
Okay.
All right, guys. That's how we're bringing the curtain down for the day. I want to say thank you so much for following SINOE Content Premier Platform. All of you. Thanks for your comments and thanks for not calling, following. We appreciate you. Whatever you do, make sure and subscribe to our YouTube page. Subscribe. If you get on the show, please share. But I want to say thank you so much. It has been a wonderful show. We love all of you, and we want to say thank you for following our show always. And stay tuned. Next Thursday we'll be here again starting at 12 p.m. Eastern, which will be 4 p.m. in Liberia.